애기 맞지?
Aquifers and springs, baby ferns uncurling.
네, 자기소개 해주세요.
안녕하세요. 전 최인이라고 마이클 워너 갤러리에서 일해요. 지금은 여기 파리+par Art Basel에 왔고요. 그래서 이제 우리 부스 작품도 좀 보여줄게요. 전 한국어가 좀 부족해서 설명은 영어로 할게요.
네.
So this is by Peter Saul. He's an American artist. And this is actually a very important work from 1961. And he was actually living in Paris when he made this work. It's part of his Icebox series. So it's showing a refrigerator kind of overflowing with food, condiments, leftovers. And the work comes at a time when there was a lot of interest in American abstract expressionism, but also American pop art. And you see the artist kind of negotiating between the two styles. And for Peter Saul, I mean, his works are always somewhat political. Here he's maybe making a commentary on American consumerism and material culture. And this next artist is Enrico David. He is an Italian artist, but he's based in London. And this is a very typical work by the artist who is primarily a sculptor. This work is actually made from a piece of bone here, and then he's added to it with polymer plaster. So all of his works have to do with the human form or the human body. But for him, the body is really a metaphor for things that cannot be seen, the kind of invisible emotions. So often the body can represent something that is beautiful, ecstatic, but also sometimes it can represent the grotesque.
Okay.
And next we have a work by Herman Anderson. He is a British painter and won the Turner Prize in 2017. This work was painted in 2021 and was exhibited at the 2021 Kingston Biennial. It's quite an important work, despite how simple the composition is. It's showing a grill motif. So a grill is a kind of fence, and it's something that he has seen quite often in Trinidad. And so the fence can be a symbol of safety, but it can also be a signifier for class division. So he's really tackling head-on a lot of kind of social issues in this work. And his most well-known works, I think, often feature lush greenery or landscape, but here the use of just the grill motif suggests a certain directness that he wants to convey about this motif and its political implications. So this is a work by Florian. He's a young German painter, but he is currently living and working in New York. Florian's paintings are often showing young male figures involved in some kind of activity. Sometimes they are sexual, sometimes they are violent, but oftentimes they are quite mysterious. And the work, what I really like about Florian Krüger's work is how he kind of creates the sense of indeterminate space, this kind of amorphous, nebulous background. And he'll often include a single line to suggest a horizon. The source imagery for this work, unfortunately, I don't know, but it's probably something he had seen. All of his works are kind of based on lived experience. So Florian actually has a solo museum show, his first in the United States, at the Aspen Art Museum, and that show will travel to Beijing. He studied at the Düsseldorf Academy, which is quite prestigious. It's where Joseph Beuys taught, and he was a master student there of Peter Doig. So this work is by a young London-based painter named I시우드. So she actually has a show up now in Paris at Lafayette Anticipation, and that show actually followed her first solo museum show in Korea at Ilmin Museum of Art. So all of Issi's works have to do with objects of desire. This work is showing maybe a porcelain Meissen set, maybe something she saw at an auction catalog. A lot of her painting source imagery comes from found images. But she's framed this rare kind of porcelain dinnerware set with chains. And I like to think that it's a kind of commentary on our consumer culture, on materialism, and how the objects that we covet often can imprison us in many ways.